They've been asked to do a job. They did it. I want to see that at the weekend. You see, I tapped the desk. You see what Patrick Vieira said before? That's what I would have said to everybody in the dressing room. I want to see that fire. That he said fire. That's what I said. I want to see that at the Etihad. That's what I want to see. It's easy to talk. Go there, at Man City, and deliver. That's what we want to see. Then we will see fire. I will even bring it if you want.
I'm not sure they've got the quality in the attack. You know, when the game we've just watched here tonight, you think of the players on both teams. Arsenal don't have. That's not a criticism. They just don't have those players in attack. They haven't. So that's why I think when you get to the business end of the season, sitting in the Champions League, and even though I've tipped Arsenal to win it, I just don't believe it, because I can't see a team win the Champions League who don't have like a star in the front four, and they haven't got one. Sorry,
Jimmy. I believe in what he said. I'm a big believer. I believe in what I see, though.
You believe in what? Who said? Sorry, what Arteta said?
Arteta, the fire. I believe in it. I do. But then when you talk like that, you have to do it then. You have to. I didn't see that tonight. We are through. So happy. Semi-final, as you said. 2. Very happy. We never won it. I never won it, so I can't really talk about all of that. So we are in the semi-final. But I won the league, though. Go and win at Man City. I want to see that fire there. That's the fire I want to see. I believe, Mikel. Yes. We show it.
How do you think he's approached the game at Man City?
I hope not like tonight. Or against Bournemouth, or Brighton away, or Mansfield, or everything that I've seen this season.
That performance wouldn't be enough against Manchester City.
The Man City that I've seen recently. Yeah. We're talking about the team that won 4 in a row. Liverpool came in between that. If not, it would have been more, right? Again, I do believe, I've been saying since the beginning of the season, this year, I do believe we can win the league. This is the biggest chance in your life to not only shut anyone down, just to prove to yourself as a team that we can. And then people will not talk about whatever word they want to use that I will not use. I do believe personally, but I'm sitting here on a chair working on CBS. There's nothing I can do. Now, I heard fire. I want to see that fire at the Etihad.
The thing about tonight is they're through. Nothing matters. They're through. And the biggest thing in a cup competition, or where they are now, the most important thing is to make sure you get through to the next round. Now, they didn't play great tonight, but in some ways, who cares? They're in the semi-final. But the reason I'm saying they will care is because they'll have the league in the back of the head, and they'll be thinking, we played Sporting Lisbon, they're a decent team. We're through, so we're happy, but, oh, God, we're not playing well. And we're going to the biggest test we've got now at Man City. And if they do lose that, I think they'll feel they've lost the league. And that's where I go back to Declan Rice's face on the pitch.
Can we go back to that, please? Please, if you have the face of Declan Rice, I stayed with that. At the end of the game, I stayed with his face. I saw a lot of guys smiling, but his face, like, I don't know. I need to maybe speak to him or whatever and know what he had in his head. I don't know, but
I think it was more about the league than actually.
Yeah, I don't know if you still have that picture.
Just to give it an alternate view, though.
Someone's scrambling to get this Declan Rice picture, you know.
Hold on, here we go.
There we go.
Yes, this is a guy that just went through to the semi-final of the Champions League.
They kept a clean sheet, Kate. That's what they can cling on to.
But we said that. Solid.
No, I'm just saying, clean sheet. If they go to Etihad and get a draw, it leaves them in good stead. That's all they can cling on to, because the guys are right. If you look at, when you look in the white of someone's eyes, and if you look at Declan Rice there, that wasn't good enough. And he wanted a little bit more before going to the Etihad. And if they play like that, like THIERRY said, they'll get demolished.
They still have that chance. This is what I'm saying. It's still
the positive, if they kept a clean sheet, cling to that.
There's no positive or negative here. This is a game that still didn't happen. We are in the semi-final of the Champions League. Well done. That didn't happen a lot to us in history. So, obviously, I'm over the moon. City.
First time ever back-to-back Champions League semi-finals as well.
That's what I'm saying. Well done. There's nothing to say. City. I want the team to win there. No draw. Win. Statement.
Micah, this is where you usually take over.
All right, here we go.
Look, because the semi-finals are officially set for this season's Champions League. Paris Saint-Germain will play Bayern Munich. What an incredible semi-final there. And Atletico Madrid will host the Arsenal. And the finals all set for Budapest. Who's going to make it there? Gosh, there's so much to discuss. Listen, guys, we've spoken a little bit there to Mikel Arteta about facing Atletico Madrid. Joe, you and I watched them together last night. What on earth is going to happen in that tie, do you think?
Yeah, chaos. It'll be chaos. You have to be Martin talking. You have to max them. You have to match them for the skullduggery, and it's just something you've got to do because they'll be in the ref in every opportunity. There'll be Koke and Llorente in midfield will be leaving a bit on you. So you can't be gentlemen in a game like that, you know. And I've been very vocal with Simeone and his team. I don't think UEFA have done enough over the years to handle it. We always, every time we cover an Atletico game, we go, well, there's going to be the dark arts and they're going to do this and they're going to do that. But why? You know, because I remember in my Chelsea team, if we even sneezed the wrong way, there was charges and everything. But it seems like Atletico Madrid are allowed to do it. You know, oh, it's all right, it's them.
It's a game within a game, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's like, you do have to play that game and get around. I mean, Arojo, the left back, he made 10 fouls and he gets one book in the 2 ties. And it's like, I'm just like, in our day, we're around the ref. And it's kind of like, because you have to play that game. You have to compete for everything.
Were Arsenal too placid today? Because there were decisions perhaps that could have gone their way if they'd have forced it.
There was a disciplinary
more?
problem last season, particularly, and Arsenal cleaned that up. I wouldn't want to go the other way, but what I would want to see is get round and influence. And certainly Atletico Madrid will be all over you when it comes to that. And you've got to be at the party. You've got to be at the row.
Yeah.
You've got to front it up because it can influence. And I think maybe that could have happened tonight.
Mikel does it on the touchline.
Yeah. And Martin's right. Listen, we chastised them last year for a little bit for the disciplinary problems. But you have to be smart with it. You have to use it. And you know, going to Atletico, you're going to have to match them with that. You know, if the ref ain't going to deal with it, then you're going to have to do it yourselves. And it's going to, you know, unfortunately, they're very good at it. So you're going to have to, you know, you have to do what you got to do. But tonight, on occasions, I thought they was very gentlemanly, the Arsenal players. And there's nothing worse than playing a game, Martin, is it, when you feel like you've been mugged?
Yeah, but
when you know,
probably an over-adjustment because of Arsenal had an issue, didn't they, with their disciplinary?
Yeah.
So, I don't want to go too much. But nonetheless, the next opponent will be doing it. So you're going to have to do the same and influence the referee. I'm pretty certain Simeone, I mean, look at Simeone last night. Didn't see him get booked, by the way.
Yeah. No,
and
exactly.
he orchestrates the crowd.
Yeah.
It's basically up, down. He's telling them what to do. I'd like to see a little bit of that here for when that comes around.
I would.
Mikel got booked tonight.
Yeah, again, but he does it. Listen, that's his personality on the sidelines. He's energetic.
That's because he was frustrated. The referee missed a couple of decisions. There was 2 that the guys picked up in commentary. I couldn't believe that the referee had missed it. Yeah. This will happen. So you know, but you don't want to be more aggressive than your players if you're the manager. So it's a balance to be had.
Yeah, I've got a bone to pick with both of you because
what have we done now?
you said to Jules you're not allowed to ask about Man City, and then you asked Mikel about Man City.
I Joe did.
So are we allowed to talk about Man City now?
No, we are. Yeah,
yeah, we are.
You know,
let's do it then, because
give them 5 minutes.
Give it back.
Yeah,
Should we come back? Should we go to the break? I know that you're going to perform differently against different teams. Arsenal must have enough to beat this Man City side, but I feel like there's an awkwardness around it where even the fans feel very nervous about that fixture.
Well, and rightly so, because Man City have found their mojo again. It looks like the manager has gone back to the basics. You know, O'Reilly now doesn't play in midfield anymore. He starts at fullback and goes into there. Bernardo Silva for a while was playing winger, but now he plays in the middle. He's like a little lieutenant who just like controls everything. Rodri's coming back in, and then they've got 2 wide players who fix the play, and that's the signature of Pep. And he's gone back to that. He's gone back to type. In the last 3 games, they've scored 9 goals and haven't conceded, and they've won a trophy. So that's what you're up against. But it's not a problem because Arsenal can do the same because they play pretty well the same. They just need to find form. It's finding the form in the month of April that is the key to winning the Premier League.
Is that why they couldn't beat them in the Carabao Cup final?
The
pressing was brilliant in that game.
Yeah, it was a one-off game. I thought the choice. Listen, I thought the goalkeepers was listen, Trafford played well. Kepa didn't. There wasn't much within the teams, and I don't think there'll be much within the teams on the weekend. Although Arsenal Manchester City, are all singing and dancing at the moment, and Arsenal are not quite at their best. I still think in this one-off game, it'll be moments within the game, and it'll be mistakes. I can't hope I'm wrong, but I can't see it being a classic. I think it'll be quite a sort of It'd be quite edgy. It'd be blocked off.
Are City favourites for the weekend? The way
Absolutely,
they're currently playing?
Absolutely, City are favourites.
Does that sit well with them for being favourites? Does that change the dynamic?
I don't think it bothers them. I think Pep's the master. Like, he's playing mind games with everyone else, Pep. I don't think Pep gets mind games played on him, because I think he's a creator. And the only time you've ever seen him flapping a bit was when his team, well, last year when they looked a little bit directionless. And I said at the back end last season, I said, what's going to be as exciting is how does Pep rebuild this team? And you knew he'd come up with something, and he's gone, right, goalkeeper, we're not playing out from the back, we're going to get rid of you. Donnarumma, he's
that's one thing they do different to Arsenal. Donnarumma doesn't really want the ball, does he?
Exactly.
And it's like, okay, so they don't get penned in the same way Arsenal do.
So it's going to be good.
We're already talking about it too much.
I know.
Don't worry, that's enough. We've done. Mikel Arteta has arrived out of the tunnel to come and discuss this game with us, pitchside here at the Emirates, after a 0-0 draw with Sporting Lisbon and a 1-0 win on aggregate. Great to see you, Mikel. Well done. Go on, you go in the middle. All right, whatever, it's fine. Let's talk about the game, Mikel. Congratulations, you're into the semi-finals. Tell us what it means to this club.
It's a massive moment. It's the first time in our history, in 140 years, that we are back-to-back semi-finals. So, to be part of those 4 teams, it's something very special. You have to earn it. You have to go through a lot of work. Big gratitude to the players.
Yeah. How would you analyse the game tonight? Was it a difficult game against Sporting Lisbon?
Yes, it was always going to be. We had moments that, probably in the first half, that we should have scored and maintained momentum, especially when we were going into the final third, much better. We allow certain transitions. They are dangerous there. In the second half, again, with the ball, there are moments that, at the moment, we have to improve a lot to have more control and dominance and finish much more actions. But when you talk about behaviours, attitudes, habits, the team, I think, was outstanding on that, and that's what it takes you through.
I thought you finished the game really well tonight,
yes.
and you managed the game, and that must have really pleased you. I know you don't want to think of it already, but we've got to throw it forward to the weekend. Because it could, if the game would have carried on and it could have been a bit loose, but the lads seemed to just cruise through at the end.
Yeah. Well, I think the last 15-20 minutes we controlled the game really well. I think we set ourselves in the final third. We look composed. We controlled the transition very good, except of the last one we conceded the throw in.
Next to Martin.
You've been there, huh?
Yeah.
But overall, obviously, it's a great night. I'm very happy as well for all of our people.
Before you came over, we were talking about managers, and I'm saying Pep's probably in that dressing room telling his players. By the way, he's saying publicly that we're the best team on the planet right now, best in the world. But in his dressing room, he's saying other things. He's saying we can beat them, we can catch them. Yeah. How are you getting this to our team, to the Arsenal team, to believe? Because for me, I think it's really important that the group believe this. And I saw at half-time there was a change. First half, maybe it wasn't the normal performance. Second half, I saw an improvement. So. Is that what you're injecting into this group? Because it can come down to belief.
It comes down to making the last step. I mean, we are making steps that they haven't been done in this club for 140 years. So players deserve credit for what they're doing. But we're asking them, it's only that. If it's not that, then it's nothing. And it's not that. But what I loved is the ownership that the players took after the defeat here against Bournemouth. When they sit down together, they analyze it, they set things face to face, they act on it. And then at the end, you have to do it on the pitch, Martin. We all know. We can talk in the dressing room, we can talk beautiful things, but we need to put those words into actions, and we certainly done that tonight.
Just something tactically. At the end of the game, the team I'm in, Henry is in the corner flag with his foot on the ball, doesn't take the corner, just keeps it there. But tonight, the ball comes in the box, and then the ball goes the other end of the pitch. And then it's like, hold on, can you affect it then? Or is this the emotion of the team?
It's the emotional sector experiences. Ideally, you go in the manager's book, after 90 minutes, you play in the corner, you keep the ball there. But we've done that as well and finish in the other end of the pitch. So at the end, players have to take ownership. They have to believe what is the best to do in the moment. They have decided that. So be it, we stand by it.
Mikel, Atletico Madrid next against Diego Simeone. Just tell me what you expect from that and how you're going to surpass them.
Well, we will analyze them. Obviously, we played them here at the start of the competition. Top side, I watched the game yesterday. That stadium is special. That's the moment that we want to live together as a team right now. So enjoy tonight. Tomorrow we'll start preparing the weekend, and then we'll have time to think about that.
We'll let you go. Thank you so much.
So much.
Congratulations. Well done. Mikel Arteta, the Arsenal manager, celebrating back-to-back semi-finals for this club in the Champions League for the first time in their history. We are having a very quick break, and then we're going to...
Please like this video and subscribe.